everybody, welcome back to Ozark Mountain Goats. Before we get started with today's video, I wanted to give you a couple updates on our goats. Lily here has now missed her second heat cycle, so I'm pretty confident that she has been bred by our buck Blue, and so she will be due at the end of June, 1st of July. So I'm excited about that. And then once we get Roxy in here, she is due for her CD&T. She is 30 days out from kidding, so she'll get her CD&T, which treats Clostridium types C and D plus tetanus. And we'll give that sub-Q, which means just right under the skin. And so when it's her turn, we'll get her in here. Jim has been feeding them twice a day on the stand just to get them used to it. And he also spends a little time brushing them and touching their udders and trying to get them kind of conditioned to when milking time comes. So, so far really, the only one we have much problem with is Roxy. You know, she never did like to be touched. She's gotten much better in the last month, but she's still pretty skittish about that. And Charo's given us a little bit of a hard time, but she's getting better. So we're just going to keep working with them, and hopefully when milking season does come, we'll be able to do that without too much difficulty. Yeah, she does real good. Very calm.
Little girl.
Well, she's a lot better than she was.
You gotta know how to do it. Get her.
Yeah, she's a lot calmer than she was a couple weeks ago. Walk around. Okay, you're just going to try to find a loose flap of skin kind of behind the shoulder area. Just clean this off a little bit. And then just rub that in. You did good, girl. CD&T is a yearly vaccination for your goats, and by giving it 30 days before they kid, that immunization will pass over to the kids through the colostrum and the mom's milk, so you're getting kind of a 2-for-1 deal there. Okay, all done. She's getting wide. So if our girls go at 145 days, they are due to kid in about 2.5 weeks. So I thought I better get busy and make sure I've got my kidding supplies ready to go. So I'm going to go through this stuff with you. I was hoping to do this outside, but the girls just won't let that happen. They want to chew on everything and totally drive me crazy. So anyway, first thing I've got here is a stack of ratty towels. And I decided, because these were kind of large towels, to cut them in half, because you know you're dealing with like a 2-pound goat. I thought it might be more efficient to have smaller towels and maybe use more of them. I don't know. But anyway, I just cut them in half and sewed the edges so that they wouldn't ravel. And that's what I'm going to try and see how it works for me. So a lot of people will use a big bucket. And that way, you know, if they want to turn it over and use it as a stool, they can do that. I decided to go with a bag so that I had some pockets and I could organize it maybe just a little bit better. Anyway, this doesn't fit too well in anything. This is a lamb puller, and this is something that you want to have on hand in case you need to go in and put this around your baby goat and try to assist with getting that goat out. So I've never opened this, and I'll just leave it right in the package and hopefully never have to use it. We intend to dam raise, but in case we should need to feed any of the babies, say that something happens to mama or she rejects one, or we've got a real tiny baby that we need to bring in the house, we've got something that we can use to bottle feed that baby. This is just a clean, empty soda bottle. And I've got two different types of nipples. I've got Pritchard nipples, and then I've got these rubber lamb nipples. These actually screw on the top of the soda bottle, and these just stretch over the top. So, you know, some babies won't take to one nipple, but they might the other. So that's why I got two different kinds. And hopefully it won't even be necessary, but I'll have it if I need it. In the front pouch here, I've got my medications that I think I might need. And this doesn't include everything because I've got antibiotics and some other stuff in the house. But this stuff can all be kept at room temperature, and so I've got it in here. One of them is Nutri-Drench, and I have actually used this and it wants to leak a little bit, so I've got it in a baggie. But this is a really nice supplement that can give them some quick energy and kind of perk them up. In here I've got Jumpstart that you might need for your new kid, or selenium and vitamin E gel, and then there's also ProBios that you could give to mama. And then I've also got some Revitalite that you can give mom. A lot of people just use molasses and put that in some warm water. So we also have molasses out in the goat barn, but so anyway, I've got two different kinds of things that I can give mama. You know, when going through labor and delivering all these goat babies can be pretty taxing. And so that will help give them some energy, some quick energy to kind of bounce back from the kidding. In this pocket on the end, I've got my different types of gloves. These are shoulder-length sleeves in case you need to go in and help untangle babies or whatever you need to do. I've also got regular just rubber gloves, and these are all actually sterile gloves. In here I've got some puppy pads. A lot of people use things like this for when the babies are born. That way they can open one up and put it down in front of mama, lay the baby on it, and then mama can clean the baby up. And it kind of keeps all the hay and wood chips or whatever it is that you're using for bedding from sticking to the baby, because they're going to be covered in goo. So I thought I would get some of these and have them in case we decide to do that. We don't have any frozen colostrum in the freezer, so we've got some colostrum replacement here should we need to supplement our babies with that. I've also got some hand wipes in case I just want to wash my hands off when I'm out there. And I've got a couple of trash bags tucked in here just in case. This is livestock navel spray. A lot of people use iodine and they dip the umbilical cord in it. I thought I would give this a try. This is, you know, recommended by veterinarians, and thought it might be a little less messy than pouring out iodine and then trying to dip the goat. You just spray this on their umbilical cord and it dries it up. Got some paper towels, because you never know when you're going to need paper towels. In here, this is just kind of for fun. In case we have any kids that really look quite similar, I got some little ID colored collars for them in case I wanted to put a little collar on them so I could tell them apart. Got some hand sanitizer. Here I have a tube feeding kit for a new baby. A lot of this stuff hasn't even been opened yet, so. And I've got a bulb syringe. You may need to get that airway, get that mouth cleaned out right away when the baby's born so that they can, you know, breathe and not get any of that down into their lungs. And in this little bag, I have my instruments. I've got scissors, I've got a stethoscope, and I've got a rectal thermometer. And one last thing I've got in my kit here is some lubricant. In case you have to go in and assist, you want to make sure you've got that to help get in and move around and not make it any worse on mama. So that about does it for this kit here. Some other things you probably want to have on hand is heat lamps in case the weather is cold and you need to help keep those babies warm. I would also have maybe a dog crate or a portable crib in case you have to bring any babies in the house, so that you'll have somewhere to keep them and they're not going everywhere. Also, we have scales so that we can weigh our babies, and some form of record keeping so you can keep track of what size the babies are when they're born, and then maybe in a day or two weigh them again and make sure that they're growing and doing okay. So I'm sure I haven't thought of everything, but if there's things that you've got in your kidding kit, if you want to leave that in the comments below, or anything that you can think of, I would appreciate it. This is all new for us. This will be our first time kidding. So, you know, it's very nerve-wracking, and, you know, you're anxious and worried and excited all at the same time. So anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. We appreciate it. Be sure to hit that like button and ring that bell. And as always, we will catch you later.